Welcome back, tribe. I have a video here from Will Keep It Real. You're chasing a feeling, not a person.
You're chasing a feeling, not a person. And, I think this is going to be one of my more eye-opening videos and one of my videos that resonates with a lot of you and that you become a lot more self-aware of yourself. And it's going to actually cause you to start making changes within your life. And that's because it's my own personal experience and probably the biggest thing I had to recognize within myself. I caught myself constantly going after people that were no longer good for me, people that I knew weren't good for me, people that I knew were toxic to my life, people that I knew were just like a bad person to have in my life. And, I constantly caught myself going after this person and I never could really figure out why until I figured out why. And, what I had to realize within myself was that I was going after this person because of the feeling they were able to provide to my life. And for a lot of y'all, it's going to look so different. For a lot of y'all, it might be happiness. A lot of y'all might be peace. A lot of y'all might be comfort. Someone, you can be vulnerable with without the feeling of being judged. And, for myself, it was like that feeling of self-love. It was that feeling of self-worth. It was that feeling of, oh, you're capable of getting this type of person or you're capable of getting these type of people in your life. It was an ego drive to an extent. And, once all of that was gone, the moment that that person stepped out of my life, the moment that that person temporarily stepped away or where I had to guess if that person was in my life, had that anxiety of thinking, are we on good terms? Are we on bad terms? What's actually happening? When I caught myself in those states, that's when all those things went away. That's when all my happiness went away. That's when all my, my depression came about. That's where all my self-love went away. That's where all my self-worth went away. I wasn't attracted to the person or I didn't more so care for the person. I more so wanted the feeling they were able to provide to me. And, when you're depending on other people to provide certain things to your life that you really can't operate without, I think that makes you overlook all the bad in the situation, why the situation isn't good for you, why you don't need that person. It makes you basically overlook all the red flags.
And I know he's talking about people. Maybe he's talking about a girl. Sounds like he's talking about a girl potentially. Guys have this problem because they're so starved for compliments and attention that when a girl gives a guy a little bit of attention, all morals, all values, all his character go out the window. Men are so easily manipulated by women due to the lack of experience they have being around them. This is why so many guys get absolutely wrecked when they get married because they picked the wrong woman. They had no idea that they did. Or they're in relationships where they get their heart broken. She puts the knife in, your back twists it, and you never saw it coming because you have no idea how women actually are. You have no experience. Women will actually prey on unexperienced guys by simply dating them when they're older. The nice guys, right? You're 30 years old, maybe a little older. You're deep in your career. You worked really hard. You make some good money. Women start showing you attention, but it's the wrong kind of attention. You're the bailout. You're the walking wallet. You're the final Hail Mary pass to lock a guy down after she's been in her 20s getting raw dogged by Chad, Tyrone, Chang, all the funny little meme names we use. That's what happens. So you get this person that's in your life. She knows so much more than you. Just love bombs you here and there, wets your willy here and there, yells at you here and there, withdraws attention here and there, gives you more love here and there, makes you feel that high that you've never felt before. And it's like a drug. And this is how you become emotionally attached to somebody. Hard to break from that.
And only pay attention to that one thing that, you're going after. It's almost like a dopamine hit. It's like, your phone's bad for you, TikTok.
This is also a reason why OnlyFans exist and the girls that are making those millions are making those millions. Same concept.
Okay, all this different social media is bad for you, but it's the satisfaction and the entertainment you're able to get away from it that makes you not even care about all the bad stuff that it's actually doing to you and affecting you as a person. And, I think a lot of this stuff just comes down to the certainty of it. Some people will literally tell you, I don't want you, I don't want to be in your life, or they'll literally just show you like, I don't value the situation, I don't care to have you around. And we still go out of our way to try and prove our worth. We still go out of our way to try and, force this person into our life in any way, shape, or form. And that's because of the certainty that we know they're able to provide that feeling. When someone has been in your life and you were on good terms and you saw all these things, they were capable of making you feel, there's no uncertainty that you know, whether or not they can actually provide it. You know, you actually saw them provide it once. And so, you know, hey, I don't want to go out of my way to go find someone else who may be able to provide this, because I'm certain that this person can provide it because they once did. And so now you're going at this person that isn't good for you, isn't good for you, because of the certainty that they can provide that feeling that you're looking for. But the real issue is that you're looking for anyone to provide that feeling at all. And that's what I had to realize within myself. You know, once I came to that realization that I can't have my happiness in the life of others. I can't, every time certain people step away from my life or step out of my life, I can't put myself in a state of constant depression or in this state where, you know, I'm just not good. You know, I lose track of what I want for myself. I'm no longer focusing on my goals, on my vision. You know, everything basically just breaks down.
True.
You know, everything just kind of starts falling apart in my life because of somebody else's decision about me. Something that's...
Does this ring a bell to what happens to men in relationships the longer they're in one with a woman? Do you see the gradual loss of identity? Failing to say no. Let me ask my wife. Will my girlfriend get mad? This is what's happening. This is that emotional manipulation I'm talking about. This is where you elevate your woman beyond and put her on the pedestal because you lack the self-respect. You're chasing a feeling, the idea, that thing that lacks within yourself.
Completely out of my control. And once I came to that realization that it was like, I don't want to be under the control of other people's actions, other people's decisions they make about me. You know, I never want to allow myself to reach this rock bottom state where it's like, I can't even operate as a person. I can't focus as a person solely because of somebody else's decision. And, you know, when I realized that for myself, I was finally able to hone in on becoming dependent upon myself rather than dependent upon other people or this specific person. You know, that's why I learned how to build my self-love, how to build my self-worth, how to understand my value and what I actually want as a person, learn what I deserve as a person, get clear on the type of people I want around me. You know, that's how I built myself up into knowing who my authentic self is and knowing who I am as a person, and now allowing my life to be in the hands of others. And, you know, I think a lot of this stuff just comes down to comfort and certainty. You know, the fear of the uncertainty that anybody else will be able to provide what you once had. Anybody else will be able to develop the connection that you once had with someone. It almost makes you see what you have right now in front of your face, or what you feel is like closest to you and that you have the most knowledge of and you have the most comfort with. It almost makes you like want to settle for that and think that that's the best that you can get. You know, letting go of someone who you know isn't good for you, but then you're uncertain that you'll ever be able to find somebody that's better than what you have now. That's
sunk cost fallacy. Guys will stay in horrible relationships with people that have red flags simply because they think they've invested too much already and it'd be a total loss and they can't afford to do that. Or they don't think they can do better. Or they've been manipulated to think that they can't do better. Emotionally beat down and controlled. I've seen my friends go through this exact thing over and over again. It's brutal out there, boys. And it's only getting worse because most men are not getting any action anymore today. What, 40%? And then that was a 2-year ago study. 40% of guys haven't had sex in a year. That's insane. That's insane. Like, imagine the moment a woman looks your way. This is why also it's like a double-edged sword. You do get your passport, you go overseas, you become very attractive to the local population. And that's why you see the passport doofuses that go over there with no experience literally get hooked by one clammy that busts open for them. And then they move the girl in, and then they'll take all their assets in America, sell them, and then go overseas and try to make a living because one woman finally showed them attention. A guy will throw away his entire future for a clam. That's how stupid men are. Men are fucking stupid. Let's be honest. A vast majority of men have absolutely zero self-control and think with the man downstairs instead of this one up here. Dumb as shit. Why do you think OnlyFans exists? Men are dumb as shit. Why do you think these girls are making millions of dollars just dancing on Instagram and doing stupid? Because men are dumb as shit. It's all men's fault. It really is. You can't blame the women for using these dumb suckers, these simps, these retards for free money. You can't, bro. You want to eliminate the degeneracy in society, it has to start with men. You must eliminate a huge swath of the male population. How else are you going to, what are you going to do? You're going to rehab these guys? Some of them are too far gone. Think about it. It's a brutal conversation we don't want to have. We haven't had a world war in a while. Had to wipe a general portion of the population down in some brutal multinational conflict. It is what it is, bro. Listen, times are getting softer. We're pumping out weaker and weaker men. Times get harder. There will be a global conflict that spawns from this dumb shit because our leaders aren't even leaders anymore. The weak men are now leading us. They have absolutely no conviction in their beliefs, all their morals and their values and their. I mean, look around you on art. Look at TV. Look at the shows. Look at the movies. Look at the ideologies they're pushing on the children. Look at what they want your kids to turn into. Cut that off. Castrate that. Take these pills. Sterilize that. Block those hormones. Bro, we're in upside down world. Don't mean to go off a mean tangent here, but phoo-yee.
That's a terrible state to be in because it makes you just want to settle for where you're at, even though you know it's not good for you. And so you really have to develop the mindset that there is better people out here for me. There is somebody who will provide that feeling of feeling love. Not that I should depend on for it, but they will add to me feeling love. They will add to me feeling valued as a person. They will have me in a situation.
Guys, this is so key. This is literally underpinned. It should underpin your entire existence. Anybody in my life, including a woman only, can add to. They do not fill a hole. They're not my other half. I am already complete, and they simply add to my life. If they don't add to my life in any way whatsoever, if there's subtraction in any way, get rid of these people. Your woman should be a boon for your lifestyle, a positive, a supporting force of nature that helps you achieve more, can turn a good man into a great man. If that's not your woman, get fucking rid of her. Get rid of her. End of story, bro. Is your woman just draining your wallet? Is your woman just getting on your nerves? Is your woman nagging the hell out of you? Is your woman someone you don't want to be around? Do you feel like you're walking on eggshells at home? Do you guys constantly argue about dumb shit? Is she undermining your authority? Are you guys arguing about stupid shit? Is she always going against your ideas for the relationship? What are you doing with the sunk cost fallacy here? This is not a good woman to stay with long term. And guys will still get on a knee and go, will you marry me? Maybe when we get married, it'll get better. Maybe I'll show her that I'm a real man. Wait, what if I put a kid in her? Then she'll know I'm really serious. Like, bro, I don't know what else to teach you guys, dude. Fuck, how many times do you have to say put yourself first? You and your mission comes first. Clam bust open, guys completely forget this channel existed. Give up everything.
Where I feel appreciated, where I feel my value is being recognized. They will add on to my happiness on top of the happiness I already have being alone. They will add on to me feeling enough as a person and me feeling like, I deserve certain things in life. When you develop that mindset that where I'm at now, I can't settle for this. I understand it's not a good situation for me to be in. And I just have to take the risk of stepping away from it and stepping into the unknown and trusting that God will place people in my life. God will place the right people in my life. God will place people who make me feel loved and I'll feel all these other different things. You just have to be willing to step into that, because if you constantly hang on to what you have right now and what is, you'll never be able to see what things could possibly be or the better that God has out there for you. And, again, it's a comfort and familiarity thing. It's a thing where I'm so comfortable and so certain that I have this person where I feel they understand me. I feel that they have this knowledge of me. I feel that I'm able to express myself without judgment, and I'm able to just do all these various different things without having to second guess it or constantly think about it. And now I have to step out into a situation where I have to build that again with somebody, take the time to actually build that connection with someone and, develop that trust again, develop that vulnerability or develop that ability.
That cringe thing they say, just be yourself. It's true in an ironic way. Like, just be yourself, bro, is stupid advice to give a guy that needs to do a ton of self-work because being himself is unattractive. The flip side of that actually is assuming you did the work and you've already become the attractive person, being yourself is exactly what you actually need to be, because the faster you remove the mask and show them who you really are, the faster they can either decide to accept to be with you, the authentic you, or not, and walk away. Your goal when you meet women, people in general, guys, is make them walk away as fast as possible. Be your most authentic self and see how it goes. Don't put the mask on. Don't pretend to be someone else, your best manners, all this shit just to get along, bite your tongue. No, bro, be exactly who you are. Act in the exact manner you would. Don't filter yourself. And if they stay, great. You found a great partner or a woman or friend or whatever the fuck. Someone that's there for you, the authentic version of you. You don't have to pretend. That's genuine. If you're in a relationship right now and you got to act like someone else, if there's things you want to do but you can't because you'll get judged, you want to play your little video games, you want to watch your little anime, she's looking at you sideways, you didn't do that in front of her because you thought she might think it's lame, that's not the woman for you, bro. I'm not even for all that shit, but if you're in that kind of position, it sucks. Get out or start doing it and see how they react. So don't hide your hobbies. Don't hide your passions from your partner. That's not a relationship. That's like you're being terrorized every day. Have some self-respect, boys. Self-respect. It's like basics that we got to talk about. It's so insane how far we've fallen. Anywho, his channel is Will Keep It Real. Links will be in the description. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Thoughts on, some of the random rants on this one. And, as usual, boys, we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.